Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. Today, well, we're in Uptown Paphos, the old town of Paphos. We're going to go for a wander around, and we'd like you to come with us. But before we do, I'm going to introduce you to this one, the naughty little monkey. Her name is Miss Receivia, and she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Hello, everybody. How nice to see you again and again.
And again. Now stick with us. We're going to go for a little wander. What do you have to say, Receivia?
I would like to say that this area here is being renovated to the paradise.
Lots of it has. Some parts are still waiting. It's not recognisable to people who perhaps haven't been to Paphos from before, should we say that word, COVID. So if you haven't been into the old town in the last 3 to 4 years, you are going to see some very, very big changes indeed. Not only has most of it all been repaved, most of the shops have been refurbed, and the majority of them have survived, shall we call it, the pandemic or that little bit of a reception. Now stick with us as we wander around. So we've got a nice jewellery shop, watch shop particular, and it's called the Gregory. We've got a souvenir shop which actually sells beautiful, beautiful works of art, and I think it's actually changed itself into a wedding photography shop, because all those pictures are of wonderful couples who have got married and look very, very happy indeed. And why wouldn't they? They got married on the island of love, and it is paradise. Receivia?
Not just we've passed one shop, which is Oxy. You have bought many things there for me, which is very nice.
I have, yes. Now I've realised where we actually are, because they've got a branch in the actual harbour area, and they've got a branch in the Mall, and here it is as well. And we have been into their branches and bought a few bits and bobs, but hold on a minute, she's going the wrong way. I'm wise to her, and I'm sure many men who are watching understand, because they've got wives exactly the same. Receivia, what have you seen?
Piedra, all day cafe, long back.
There we are. Piedra, all-day cafe, lounge bar. You can sit in there and look straight out. If you go straight through that bar, I promise you a truly spectacular view out towards the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, stick with us as we make our way. Now, it's a shame that this restaurant is actually closed, because this restaurant has a truly great service, great food, very, very friendly staff indeed. And when you go and sit on its terrace out the back, well, you're in for a very, very big surprise indeed. And that surprise is, well, a total blissful view. A view to absolutely die for. Stick with us. Here it comes. Yes. Look at that for a view. Absolutely spectacular. All the way out to the Cava Paphos promenade. In the distance there is the tall white structure, and that structure is known as a lighthouse, and that lighthouse sits on the Lighthouse beach. So you understand where you are.
Well, it's a beautifully done area, especially this one. So comfortable, you know, you come here under the shade, you're sitting and having a nice cuisine. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely spectacular. Now that's called the Christos Grill and Seafood Restaurant. Great restaurant, great food, great service, very, very friendly indeed. And on that side, you've got the Cava Cafe. So they're obviously gumbarus because they are side by side. There's a picture of their menu, and there's a picture of their menu. And there's our gumbarus. There we are. Absolute stars. Very, very welcoming indeed. So they're both very good friends, great restaurants with a great view. Receivia?
I believe they're specializing on the seafood mostly and on Cyprus meze. If you don't know what is meze, you can always search. Well, there is 2 types. It's fish meze or the meat meze, whichever you prefer. Both are very, very tasty. And of course, plenty of other dishes can be provided. I believe that fish and chips also...
or steak pie and chips if you wish. There we are.
Yes.
Right, stick with us as we wander around. Unfortunately, this time of night, a lot of it's cold. Cold? Well, it's not.
You see grill and seafood.
Yes, grill and seafood. There we are.
Yes.
And it's the Christos Grill and Seafood Restaurant Taverna. Very, very nice place indeed. And if you sit on the front there, you get a great view, that's for sure. Now, here's some again of the refurbished buildings that have gone on and are going on. And again, if you look carefully over there, you're going to see the blue Mediterranean Sea. That's all the way out to the Cato Paphos harbour area and just beyond into Lower Clorica, shall we say. Now, over here, that's the municipal market. So it's probably closed, but we'll have a quick wander and see what is going on. So stick with us, here we go. This is a new refurbished building, and it's gone on from 2015 to 17 and finally opened in 2020. And as you can see, most of it is closed because of course it's that time of night. But if you come here at 10 o'clock in the morning, I can promise you that all of these stalls, that's what they're called, mini shops, are open, and it's hustling and it's bustling. And just over there is where Miss Nadia has her shop. They're all open. 10 o'clock, they're open. And some of them close lunchtime and some of them don't. It's one of those. It's up to them what they do. The building has retained some of its work of art, which is there. Look at that. And it's a very, very nice building to come to and have a little wander around. So we invite you next time you are in Uptown Paphos, come and have a look. Here we are back into those refurbished oldie world streets. We'll go that way and then we'll wingle and we'll waggle and see where it takes us. We don't want to get the video too long because we understand that if it gets too long, well, you'll go off and watch our Gumbaro Ben from Walden Bankrupt because he's far, far more interesting than us.
Do you think so?
Well,
No, I'm protesting. Let's go there.
I'm sure we came that way, but we'll go that way. Stick with us. Receiving LaBouche is leading the way.
Some of the places needs to be seen because it's something that maybe you'll find very, very interesting. Together with the souvenir shops, and not only, if you get hungry, you can always go and eat or drink. And always remember that the people are too friendly, very friendly. They can help in anything you want.
Yeah, to be honest, Cypriots in general and the locals, you know, us, are very, very friendly people. But to be honest, when you come to Uptown Paphos, and I think we've been told this by other people, the people actually get more and more friendly. It's just one of them things. There's something about the vibe. You are, should we say, packed in. It's oldie world. You've got some new bits, you've got some old bits. It all mixes in. Have a look at that. There we go. There's a new water fountain been set up. So if you are very, very thirsty, this will be purified water. You pop along. There we go. Get yourself a bit of water. Have a little drink. There we go. Takes that, well, the heat of the day away. And that's an old building that's about to be refurbished. That's obvious. All the windows are out and open. So someone's bought it. Maybe the council's bought it and they're going to refurb it all. And that's going to become part of the rejuvenated Uptown Paphos area. Sylvia?
Mr. Paul, I would like you to show this nice vitrine that I found. It's the figures. Many
Figurines. Let's have a look.
Look at this piggy.
Well, we'll start with the top ones
Yes.
because obviously everyone's got different tastes. And these are the ones that Mr. Sylvia LaBouche fancies. These are the pigs.
This one is piggy with tie, drinking a lot of whiskey or whatever it is. That one reminds me Cat Garfield. Yeah.
And then there's some traditional Cypriot donkeys.
Yes, it's a
and in this
symbol
window
of,
here you got some frogs.
Yes, this one is a very shy froggy woman, and they are in love, these two. And you know, Indian.
There's all sorts of works of art. Yeah. There's something there for absolutely everyone. Stick with us as we continue on our voyage into and mingling around in Uptown, Old Town, Paphos. Stick with us. So there's bars and restaurants scattered around everywhere. So if you actually get bored of wandering around, which we don't think you will, there are plenty of places to stop, have a frappe, hot drink, cold drink, cocktail, beer, whatever you fancy, and a sandwich and a nice relaxing little snooze. There's that one. Have a look at that. He's selling crepes and more, all sorts of things. Now I remember in a previous life that was the old Next, and there's the banners in the window saying Next. That closed quite a few years ago. Now as we come down here, you've got an array of gift shops, a man's clothes shop. Unfortunately, this used to be a rather nice little cafe making homemade cakes. Unfortunately, that English lady, well, the COVID-19 gave her a bit of a clonk, should we say, and she closed down and returned to the UK. But hey, that's life, unfortunately. We've got a fused glass studio over there, so that's making some unique art. So stick with us as we continue on our little exploits as we wander around the Old Town. Beautiful building, yeah, that's right. And that building's been there quite a long time, to be honest. I remember that building was being refurbed when I arrived in around 2008. So some of these buildings were refurbed a long time ago and they've been maintained well, and then some of them have only started to be refurbed, shall we say. This here is quite a new street. Most of the buildings on here, if you look around, are pretty new, and there's a mixture of jewellery shops, fashion shops, restaurants and little bars. Now, we're going to get a bit of a move on because there's something playing in the background and, well, YouTube just doesn't like it after about 12 seconds, that's for sure. So stick with us, there we go. Right, there we are. So this is the final street in the Old Town as we lead up to the old street that takes you all the way then down into the main area and then off down to lower or mid Paphos, shall we say. But a lot of these little cafes and bars are new. Look at that one there. And then you've got another one next to that. You've got a couple of empty shops, a closed shop, and then you've got a further restaurant cafe on the very, very corner. So I think we'll get to that corner, have a little snoop around, and then it'll be time for a very, very good goodbye. So stick with us. We featured this shop in a previous video, do you remember?
Yeah.
Nice, unusual shop. So it's a baby shop and a gift shop.
I think most of the things done by hands.
Some are.
That's why they are different. That was Dominate. I remember that Dominate.
Yeah, that's right. There it is.
It moved.
Yeah, it's moved to another area of Paphos. Big 5-story department store, sells everything for men, women, you name it, it's there.
Yeah.
You want a t-shirt, you want an evening gown, you want a top suit or a pair of trainers, that's where you go. So that's Sushi Mas. So if you want sushi, this is the corner to come to, that's for sure. So we'd like to say thank you for watching, and if you like what you see, please hit the like, click subscribe, come back for a little bit more of our madness. Cecilia?
Thank you very much for watching us. We would like to tell you how much we love you and thank you for everything that you do for us. And we will see you in another of our audiences.